Helldivers, we have some exciting news, and that is because Arrowhead themselves not only have been showing off some, very interesting footage from the ground on Cyberstan of what's to come to hype us all up, but in their news teaser may have confirmed some leaks, as well as, alluded to something else. And then, friends, also we have some brand new imagery footage for an upcoming Warbond that we're going to have to dive into, so let's get to it. So in the previous video from Arrowhead, we had seen an outer view of Cyberstan's factory world, the smoking stacks in the sky, a look from a bird's eye view on some mega factories, some, around it and inside it a little bit, so that was definitely very exciting. But in the newest video, we got to go see actually on the street view of what we can expect. You can see those grinders over there again, which is going to be using their refinery tools. Some more of the factories again once more, and it looks definitely, intimidating and imposing. But at the beginning of the video, it teases out something that basically confirms a leak, and that is going to be the contested space over, these worlds that we're fighting for. That's right, you can see all these ships coming into view. We talked about it previously, so, footage from Viscera that had previously leaked this out is now basically confirmed that we will get down there and have to contest against, other spaceships out there with our super destroyers. And hopefully we have the guns to do it, but we should be fine. And then if we continue on through the video, it's definitely some interesting things. You can see it starts to scramble, it starts to break, and we start to get little snippets of imagery out there. And that is because, friends, now Arrowhead themselves seem to be confirming the cyborgs. Yes, all of those leaks that we've been talking about for a while look like they're finally been officially confirmed, or at least officially teased out. And what they're showing over here is the armored cyborg that is charging the Helldiver. So super excited for that. Again, as you can see, this is one-to-one from what we showed previously in the leaks. And he's got the cannon, he's got the armored legs, he's got the full armored body with that awesome looking helmet. Definitely excited for this one. Let me know, guys, if you are, seeing anything else in the trailer. I wasn't catching too much more that we've not already talked about at length, but let me know. Okay, but let's take a quick step back and look back at the poster art that was shared with us the other day of this current arc for, the Battle of Cyberstan. So we have the Helldivers front and center being surrounded by all the different automaton forces, and it looks awesome. But what the hell is that blue light behind them, friends? That looks like the little, spawning light that happens when the Illuminate spawn comes through. And you might be thinking also, well, if that's the case, why would we be seeing that on a factory world? Well, maybe it's a red herring and it means nothing and it's just trying to throw us off. Or maybe they could be saying, hey, there's going to be an Illuminate update coming soon. Cough, cough, cultists. Who knows? We'll have to see. But at the same time, I don't think that we'll be seeing, any mixed units on the battlefield. I highly doubt we'd get, Illuminate forces on Cyberstan themselves. So, maybe they're just trying to allude to something that's down the line. Okay. But if you also look onto the left side of the image and zoom in a bit, you will see there is a humanoid type of, looking thing standing in the background by itself. So maybe they've already been teasing out cyborgs since the other day, and they're being like, hey, if you can have a keen eye, maybe you're seeing this. I know a bunch of other people within, the Reddit community were seeing this. But hey, that's what I'm thinking. Or it's Cyberstan himself. The running joke. But whatever, hey, let's continue on. Then up next, we have new Warbond images for what we're deeming the Trench Fighter, aka the World War I Warbond. We don't have the official name, so that's kind of what we're calling it. Now, this comes from a very trusted source, but we are going to leave them, anonymous due to their wishes, and I'm going to respect that. So first up is going to be the heavy flamethrower stratagem. That is right, a second flamethrower that we're getting, but this one is, stronger. So we don't have details and stats or gameplay on it, just the image, but from the image alone, this thing looks absolutely sick. Then up next, we have the Trench Shotgun, aka the Pump Shotgun. And what's changed is that there's been a bayonet added onto this thing. Yes, it now has melee capabilities to it, so that's super exciting. I've also been told, though, this thing does not have a slam firing function to it, so that is pretty sad. I know that we were kind of all hoping for that, seeing as it is a, World War I style shotgun, whatever. But, aside from that, the rounds on it kind of make it look like at least it's going to be a medium armor penetrating weapon. Or if it's light, we'll probably just have a ton of damage. But I'll get you more details when I have them, but let's move on. Then the last exciting little bit is we've heard a rumor, and we're trying to confirm this, that the entrenchment tool is actually going to be coming into this Warbond as a standard melee. That is right. We've kind of all been, like, asking for it for a while. Like, Why do we have to search to pick this thing up? Why can't it just come standard? I know for all of our friends out there like to, cosplay as Deathcore of Krieg, it would be amazing if you could just get the shovel as a standard melee. Well, hey, if it comes true from the rumors, we're actually going to be getting it, so very exciting. All right, cool. Well, I wanted to keep this nice and brief for you guys and not drag it out, so with that, I'm going to end the video and say thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, thank you for the 9,000 subs.